It was stuck in time.
JavaScript programmers, rejoice, for your time has finally come. 2 new packages have dropped onto NPM, and boy, are they fantastic. In case you haven't figured it out yet, or just didn't look at the title of a video you clicked on, I made the packages. Do you remember that Garfield bot that I put together like months ago now?
A pretty fantastic bot, if I do say so myself. And if you want more data...
Well, I came to the realization that other people might actually want to access Garfield comics programmatically. So I created this package, GarfieldJS, as well as another package that I'll explain as well. So let's hand it over to Future Josh so he can explain all of the interesting details. Hi, Future Josh here. You'll notice I'm not wearing glasses, and that's because I got LASIK eye surgery, so I don't need them to see anymore. And I'm supposed to talk about GarfieldJS, but here I've got something that I think is way more interesting. Right now, it's something I've been working on. It's an interpreter for a custom... Get out of here. Man, that guy couldn't stay on topic if his life depended on it. And by the way, he didn't get LASIK, he was just wearing contact lenses. So let's talk about GarfieldJS. Now I thought this would be a quick and easy project. Just take the code that I already wrote, Control-C, Control-V, bada bing, bada boom, and it's done. However, I decided to write it in TypeScript so that I could transpile it into both CommonJS and ES6 so that everyone could experience the genius of Garfield. I ended up having to take a few extra hours to work out all my typing errors because apparently treating one type as another without any regard for side effects is considered bad practice. But eventually I worked out all the kinks and got the package published, so let's take a look at what GarfieldJS provides. GarfieldJS provides the user with 5 different functions. There's Today Garfield, which gets the URL of today's Garfield comic. There's Random Garfield, which gets the URL of a random Garfield comic. There's Random Sunday and Random 3-panel, which get random Sunday comics and 3-panel comics, respectively. And then there's Get Garfield, which is kind of the core of this whole package. It accepts a JavaScript date object and then gets the Garfield comic strip URL from that specific date. This package also provides 3 dates of notable Garfield comics. There's the first Garfield comic, and then the date for the famed Pipe comic, and finally there's the date for the famed Garfield window comic. This package works by requesting the page that a given Garfield comic is hosted on, and then it parses the HTML to get the source URL for the given image, and then it returns that image through a JavaScript promise, because all these functions are actually asynchronous. But after writing GarfieldJS, I decided to make another package, but actually write it instead of just copying code that I had already written. So I decided to write a package to get documents from Wikipedia. RandomWikipediaJS provides 9 different functions. GetDoc by URL returns a JavaScript document object that represents the Wikipedia page at that URL. GetRandomDocument and GetRandomTitle both use this URL to access a random Wikipedia article, and then they will return either the JavaScript document object or a string that represents the title. And you can try out this URL for yourself too. GetNewestURL and GetNewestTitle both use this URL, which leads to a page where you can see the latest modified Wikipedia articles. Lastly, there's the 4 functions GetTodayURL and GetTodayTitle, as well as GetTomorrowURL and GetTomorrowTitle. These all use the featured articles page, which they then parse to get the corresponding articles. And little secret, if you pass in a truthy value to the GetTomorrow functions, then you can get the articles for the day after tomorrow. How cool is that? 2 pretty fantastic packages, if I do say so myself. And if you want to use them, then you can download them from NPM using these shell commands. You can also find the source code for them on my GitHub. Please give these packages a try. As always, the links to all of the code in these projects will be in the description. Oh, and check back in a little bit, because I think Future Josh had something pretty interesting to share. I think that's it. I think that's all I have.